I'm meteorologist Peter Chan at the National Weather Service for Alaska statewide weather on this Friday, October 27th. We've had a very strong and persistent ridge of high pressure, not just at the surface, but especially in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere for well over the past week. It's been largely anchored over the Gulf up into south central southeast mainland Alaska. This feature is showing some signs of shifting southeastward and de-amplifying, weakening a bit. And as a result, we're going to start to see at least some weather move back into the west side of the state. There is a chance that there could be a light mix of precipitation that would include some snow, rain, and perhaps a little freezing rain this weekend, especially along areas surrounding Kotzebue Sound, up into areas of the western interior, and especially the east side of Norton Sound. As we go through later this Friday night and Saturday into Sunday, some areas of light precipitation are going to be kind of pushed along by a weakening frontal system that's moved into the southwest and western parts of the state. Being on the back or periphery of this big ridge of high pressure, there is a broad southeast to south flow in the lower and mid levels of the atmosphere, allowing for transport of moisture to work its way up out of the North Pacific and along the east side of the Bering Sea. Another thing we have coming up this weekend, on Saturday, the full moon of the freezing lakes will be occurring. So you'll notice areas that have clear skies this Friday evening, you'll see that nearly full moon rising in the eastern sky after dark. And that brings upon the consideration of ice safety. We've had a stretch of fairly clear and dry cold weather for well over a week now, and that has really allowed for the first ice of the season to develop on area lakes, and that's something to keep in mind if you are thinking to venture out. You really want a minimum of at least 3-4 inches of ice for an individual to go out ice fishing, and a good 4 or more inches for a group to go out ice skating. Still too early to think about snowmobiles or vehicles because you want to have a minimum of 8 to 12 inches of solid ice. Another thing to consider for ice safety, if you're going out on a lake that is spring-fed or has inlets or outlets, keep in mind the ice could be thinner in those particular areas. For Alaska statewide weather, I'm Peter Chan.